Yes, it is yet another chapter in this storied rivalry as India A are set to take on Pakistan A in this Group B clash in the DP World Asia Cup Rising Stars 2025 and is live from Doha. What's at stake? Well, points are at stake. India A walloped UAE in their opening encounter. Pakistan A did the same to Oman, and that's why they are at the top of the ranks. Top two teams will qualify for the semi-finals. Well, the toss in the middle was won by Pakistan, and Irfan Khan Niazi decided that he would field first. We were also informed that there will be no changes for the Indian team. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Priyansh Arya and Vaibhav Suryavanshi will walk out in the middle. Then will come the likes of Jitesh. Yes, indeed. There are a few cracks. Maninder Singh in the commentary box. Manipa, what an occasion. Especially for the likes of a young Vaibhav Suryavanshi.
I think for everybody, basically.
The poised to take on each other. Enjoy the show. And a boundary of the first ball. That's how you lay down a marker.
And I was just thinking, what does he think when he goes into bat? Because he's made a reputation for himself. Do I keep playing the game that I know? Or do I spend some time on the surface? There was room outside the off stump. Slashed it hard over the fielder. And that's an indication that he's going to play his natural game. This is what he knows.
Slashes at it. One more boundary. Perhaps not the intended direction, but effective yet enough.
Doesn't really matter. They say when you're going to slash it hard. So that even if you edge it, it goes over the fielders, and that is exactly what Vaibhav Suryavanshi did. He's a smart cricketer. He knows what he's doing. I don't want to praise him too much because so far, in the 3 days that I've been doing commentary, if I praise somebody, the opposite has happened. So I leave it there.
It's called the commentator's curse, Manipa. You're experienced enough to know that. Shortish. Not the sweetest of connections, but it still sails over the boundary. There will be a boundary check for it though. Eventually given 6. First, Ubaid with the second. Anywhere will do. Priyansh Arya gets his first boundary.
Both these batters have that attitude to go after the bowler. They lose their wicket at times doing that. But what I really like is that they carry on batting the way they know, which is very important. Outside edge, doesn't really matter how they come. It's T20 cricket.
Course correction. Glorious. Gorgeous.
He's got time. He's got time on hand. Picked it up so quickly. This is not an easy area to play shots. Again a slower delivery. The batter is Vaibhav Suryavanshi. He knew exactly what was coming. He was ready for it. Look at that timing. Right from the meat.
Shahid Aziz is welcomed for his second over with a boundary. Priyansh Arya getting into the act as well.
Yeah, a similar fashion in the way these two batters bat. Wasn't much room outside the off stump. Look at him. Got into that position, opened the face of the blade. Played it in the air. He knew where he...
Top edge. Into the Doha night sky. This could be the first scalp, and it is. Ahmed Daniel completes the catch. And Priyansh Arya is walking back.
Yeah, that's something you need to control. You can't get carried away. You've got all the shots in the world. You've got the capability of hitting good balls to the boundary as well. Didn't bounce as much. Was a slower delivery again. Well judged.
Recognizing that. Bullish. Picturesque. Absolutely picturesque.
Yeah, after playing that shot, he stayed there for a little bit for the photographers to take. The left-handers look so attractive when they're playing shots on the offside.
Hang it in the loop. Simply scintillating every time he's in the middle.
He'll be up against Daniel. What a shot. That went like a tracer bullet. Boundary of the first ball of the over.
Absolutely wonderful stroke that, making full use of the pace available on the ball. Ahmed Daniel coming in, trying to put an effort ball straight away. And on this pitch, the batters, they would love the pace on the ball. Just have a look at this, slicing it. Wasn't a bad line, but the batter creating room, moving towards the leg side, allowing his arms to...
Oh, what a shot. What a way to end the power play. And that brings up the 50 as well for India A. After the end of the power play, India A 50 for 1. Googly again, but on the shorter side, and will reach the fence for 4. Picked up the Googly really well, beating Sufyan Mukim in the deep.
Yeah, this is something that the Pakistan bowlers will need to avoid every over 3 or 4 good balls, and then they just let loose for a boundary, which is an easy one. Short and wide, pulling the Googly, and no problems there for Naman. It's a crucial ball.
And he goes big. Ruined the over with a maximum. A huge one from Namandir. 12 coming from it after 8. India A 68 for 1. Masood to continue. This time Vaibhav Suryavanshi joins the party. He's been quiet for a time now, but he is on song again.
Outstanding this. He's been making his observations, looking at the pace and the trajectory, getting used to it, and now finally he decides that it's time to go after the bowlers. And this one was asking for trouble, although it was a googly, but it was pitched so close to the batter that it didn't matter where he wanted to hit it. Across the line, but the length was there. Ideal to... Slowly this pair creating an impact. Poor delivery once again. And the fielder not able to stop it. Another boundary. So momentum now shifting with the Indian batters. Runs are coming thick and fast.
He loves to play those sweeps, and Namandir making the most out of it. Not the best of deliveries, as you mentioned rightly. Nicely executed as well.
The best thing is that
in the air, straight to the fielder. Masood strikes. Namandir is gone. A bit of aggression from the bowler. India lost their second. Big wicket for Pakistan A.
important wicket this. Naman was going very well. Batting 35 of 20 he made. Striking the ball really well. And this was not the ball. Soft dismissal, I'll call it. The Pakistan team is very happy, ecstatic about the wicket. But Naman would feel hard done. That was not the ball to...
Comes in, gave away 12 in his first over. Then bowls that fuller. Vaibhav Suryavanshi is someone who's not going to hold back.
You bowl in his zone and you'll be smashed. There is no other way about it. As far as he's concerned, he's pretty clear. The bowler just needs to adjust his line and length. Every now and then, he's erred in them. Again, too full, asking to be hit. And a batter in such form, there's no chance of sparing such stuff.
Once again, boundary of the very first ball. Goes for that again. And he will clear that comfortably. These boys don't carry baggages. They carry belief.
Wonderfully put that. Very admirable. The kind of confidence that he's shown. And he's also shown very controlled aggression. Very well-timed moves. He hasn't gone berserk because of his previous inning. He's just taken it as a new match, settled down and then gone after the bowlers. Great shot this. It wasn't very close to him. He picked the length.
This time, he goes aerial again. Oh, nicely taken in the end by Fike. But still, we need to check that, whether his foot touched the boundary rope or not. But at the moment, the Pakistani fielders are enjoying.
Yeah, the umpires will have a check whether the catch was taken cleanly and the foot didn't touch the skirting. The fielder seems pretty confident, but they always do.
Taking his time.
But his AC is not working. Out it is. A decision made on the basis of evidence. Nothing touching the skirtings. And Suryavanshi, after scoring an attractive 45 of 28, is gone. And it strings India 91 for 3.
Are still getting their eye in. Change though, he takes the aerial route. Straight down the throat of long off. Maaz Sadakat does it once more. Jitesh Sharma goes walking.
Well, the change has worked for Pakistan. Shahid Aziz, who's been the change, and fans from Pakistan enjoying this. And what a spill this is turning out to be from Maaz Sadakat. He came in to bowl the previous over, gave away 4 runs, built the pressure. His boundaries were dried up, and that was the reason probably I think Jitesh Sharma wanted to go for a big shot first ball. Couldn't get the timing right, but what a catch. Safely taken. And once again, it is Maaz Sadakat among wickets as Jitesh Sharma walks back after making 5. India A 101 for 4.
International Cricket Stadium. Googly beautifully bowled and the finger goes up after much pondering. Mahmood Khan says yes. Masood, you get that wicket. Ashutosh doesn't believe it.
Yeah, he's still thinking that the impact is outside the off stump, but Mahmood Khan Kharote from Afghanistan thinks otherwise. He thinks this googly is hitting off stump and the impact is not outside the off stump. Let's have a look at that.
It is contentious. It is very contentious.
Well, Ashutosh does not open his account in this format yet here at the Emerging Rising Star Asia Cup. And India A are wonderful. The comeback from Pakistan has been. That's another good over that comes to an end. A bit of a hustle in between, but all well. At the end, 3 runs in a wicket in this over. After 14, it's 104 for 5.
Gone. Maaz Sadakat is the enforcer-in-chief for Pakistan A. Nehal Vadera may as well walk back towards the pavilion as he stepped out.
Seems like Maaz Sadakat thought like a batter. I want to start the over with a boundary, understanding that thing bowled it a little far from his reach. But Nehal Vadera had made his mind. He came down the track, nowhere close to the ball. And look at that, he comes down to the track, poor shot, and nicely done behind the wickets by the glovesman. Things are falling apart for India A. They lose their 4th in the last 29 deliveries. And Maaz Sadakat, Mohammad Ghazi Ghori, the wicketkeeper, doing the great work behind the wickets. Nehal Vadera.
Googly again, down the leg side, a poor delivery by Masood. Finishes the 16th over with a boundary. It's 121 for 6. Slower ball in the air. Wicketkeeper says mine. Takes the responsibility and takes it. Ubaid Shah was very good with the new ball. Just 20 runs in 3 overs. Comes back with the attack and dismisses Ramandeep.
I'm very impressed with Ubaid. He's got the speed, and when he bowls those slower deliveries, He certainly deceives the batters. That is exactly what he did with Ramandeep here. Slower delivery. The batter was expecting it to come quicker than that. That's brilliant bowling. What a comeback. After that start India A had, the bowlers have done a wonderful job. Taken full advantage of the serve.
Throw ball. Is it in the gap? And certainly it is. Daniel bowling the slow ball into the pitch, and Harsh Dubey found the gap and timed it well.
He can bat. He's a left-arm spinner. He's got plenty of wickets behind him, but he's got plenty of runs as well. That was very short. Trying to bowl that slower delivery. Trying to do what Ubaid was doing.
But 140. Oh, cleaned him up. Short fine leg in place. Yash Thakur tried to be cute and loses his leg stump.
Now, what was he trying to do there, Yash Thakur? I think the coach is going to ask him that question. But good bowling by Daniel. Bowling wicket to wicket is very important. That was a slower delivery again. Yash Thakur had decided what he's going to do. He wanted to play it towards fine leg. Has to go for 2. 1/3.
Try and capitalize. Good shot. Good shot. Mid off in the circle. As he's trying to go full. Wasn't the best of Yorkers, and Harsh Dubey crashes through mid off for a boundary.
Well, that was the answer to a question I was having in my mind, that why did he deny himself that single of the previous delivery? That's the answer. This is why. Because he knows, he's confident, he can get those boundaries that India need at the minute to get.
Picks it up, long on in place, and a good catch. Guess what? The fielder is Mas Sadakat. You cannot keep him off the game. Thought for a second Harsh Dubey got decent piece of the willow, but Shahid has the last laugh.
I thought he timed it well as well, but no, he didn't. Went straight to Sadakat. What a talented cricketer Sadakat is. Putting in all the effort. You could see that dust coming off the surface where the ball pitched. We saw in the game, the afternoon game, 155 chased just off the last ball of the 20th over. 90. Get me there.
Going for a Yorker and cleans it up. Surya Sharma trying to give himself room, probably through play of the offside. And Aziz with his pace, bowling it fuller, crashes to the leg stump. And India A all out, 136 in 19 overs.
And this is the first time in this edition a team's got all out. And this is the lowest score so far in this edition. Well bowled. Brilliant Yorker. This is what Maroof was talking about. Haven't seen many Yorkers coming. And realizing it's a low order batsman, it's a number 11 batter. Let's beat him with a Yorker.
Shahid Aziz, before he bowled the last over, it was 2 overs, 20 runs, 1 wicket. Last over, picked up a couple of wickets, certainly fancied bowling.
A huddle, a moment of inspiration as Jitesh Sharma would look to rally his charges. It's all down to the bowlers now. How effective were the Pakistan bowlers in those middle overs? How they managed to bring things back. Perhaps you could take inspiration from that. Vaibhav Suryavanshi, when he got out at 45, it seemed like India A were poised for a big total. But then that collapse came. Like a cycle stand, when one cycle was kicked, everything fell apart. And so the chase begins. In his 22nd match with him, Mohammad Naeem. Plenty of experience in this format. His 119th match. Well, Gurjapneet was very effective in the previous match and has been handed the new ball by Jitesh Sharma. Slower delivery, picked up. What a shot that is. Naeem.
Yeah, he's signalling that he has picked the slow one and he's gone over square leg. This is one of the regions that he likes to go big at. And this time he had the length on his side. And yes, a slow one, which was well picked and timed. Got a couple of 50s in the PSL this.
Strays down leg and punished. Sadakat with his first boundary.
That should calm down both of these batters. They have a boundary each now, 6 to Naeem and 4 now to Sadakat. And yes, this time straying on the legs. And that's one place where it's mostly trouble in this format. With fine legs mostly up in the circle. Anything on his right and left is bound to cross the ropes.
Not the best start by the Indian. One more time, but picked up. Read it as if it was a map that he created himself and set it straight back.
Yeah, you can't blame the bowlers in such a small total. They have to look to pick up wickets and they have to take chances. And the batters will get opportunities where they can hit the ball. And this was certainly one of them. Mars picking this up. It was fullish in length, had the room to free his arms. And that's exactly what he did. Down the ground. The safest place to play the shot.
Up in the air, it's got the elevation, but does it have the distance? Didn't field it there, or that seems to be the indication.
I don't think that the batter, Mas Sadakat, on this occasion picked up the googly because he went across the line, or maybe the fielder in the ring encouraged him to go. That he's done well. Kept it to 2 only. No. Have we seen some other replay?
This time he goes wide. This is definitely a boundary.
Short and wide, asking for trouble. Poor ball that. And Mas Sadakat waiting on it, putting it in the gap, giving Pakistan and himself another boundary. Pakistan moved to 32.
This time he was ready. Did Gurjapneet become predictable in Mas Sadakat's eyes? You can see the relief on his face.
Yeah, with this boundary, the target is under 100 now. 38 for no loss into the 5th over. This one was well struck. You could clearly make out that the bowler was trying to bring the ball back in. So he used the angle wonderfully. Well picked up by the batter. Reacts to that.
Back of the hand, slower delivery. Wow! He's crashed it into the side screen.
Wonderful. He's ahead of the game at the moment. He's outthinking the bowler and the Indian team. Knowing that those two fielders were on the leg side, he knew the length would be a touch short. And the slow one gave him the time to come down and slam it over mid-on for a 6. Great batting this. Needs to continue. 44 without loss. Halfway through the 5th over.
Oh no, oh no, oh no. Things are crumbling and crumbling fast for India A.
Pressure telling on the bowler at the moment. Trying to put in the extra effort ball. Straying in line, and Jitesh behind the stumps had no chance to cover this up.
Starting to attack, slow ball over mid-on. One bounce to the boundary. Trying to maximize the power play, that's for sure.
Well, the idea is right. You gotta have to go hard at the targets when they are a smaller target, because you don't want to get trapped. And this is what has so far happened. 2 6s and 6 4s inside the first 6 overs. Following the batter, made room for himself, Mohammad Naeem, known for his aggressive style of batting, and starts the over with the boundary.
Pressure on the bowler, very first ball when it goes through a boundary. Be up. Nicely struck, but finds the fielder at mid-off. on the up. And this is a brilliant catch. It is Namandir. Exactly what India A wanted. A breakthrough somehow. They got it. Courtesy a brilliant catch by Namandir.
Well, the joy, the eruption from the crowd tells you that this is the breakthrough that they were after. The opening partnership has been broken, and that has been for a brilliant catch. It is an amazing effort out there by Namandir. And once again, and bowled it full. Just a little link delivery and followed it nicely, kept his eye on it. Brilliant take, absolutely amazing.
Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. That got the crowd going, the Indian side of it. Five for 1, 9 gone for 14 of 10.
It's Pakistani.
River sweep. That's a shot and a half. Umpire will probably consult the third umpire. Not too sure whether it's one bounce boundary or went all the way. But a brave stroke by Mas Sadakat. Beaten in the previous delivery, genuinely. Straight away, no fear. Reverse hit. Waiting for the third umpire's confirmation here.
Well, you gotta have to appreciate the skill he has with the courage and with the self-belief. And it is a very easy decision.
On the leg side, and Jitesh Sharma misses it. Fine leg. He's chasing it, but he's not going to get there. Wide and goes for a boundary as well. Poor delivered by Naman.
Yeah, this is the second time 5 wides have been conceded early on. Purchup needs and conceding 5 wides, and this time around Namandir bowled it 2 away.
Comes down the track and lobsters it straight over the side screen. Probably the biggest of the DP World Asia Cup rising stars straight down the ground.
If you're sitting on a couch, just relax a little further on. It is one of the shots of this tournament. What a shot that is. Came down the track and got to the length of the ball in a jiffy. And the next thing is it's smoked for a straight maximum.
Certainly Mas Sadakat is in a hurry to finish things off.
India A versus Pakistan A.
And the angle coming over the wicket. Is there some bat or is it leg by? Wait for the signal by Hemanta Buteju. No signal. That brings up Mas Sadakat's half century in 31 deliveries. 7 of Wicca. 2 is the call. And it's more than a couple of runs. That's 4. Peswa Sharma bowls. If the batsman gets the timing right and the placement, there's always runs to be taken, especially if the pose.
And this is what we've talked about today. The spinners bowling a little quicker. And look at that. This was going down the leg side. And the moment he put the bat to it, this was running down to the boundary for 5 runs. And they were cruising along at one stage. At 9.3, they were 91 for 2. Shaheens are at this stage 87 for 1. And this one is running down to the boundary outside edge. This is a wonderful partnership. The skipper Irfan looks pretty relaxed.
Any other day, outside edge with a slip in place would have carried to the slip field. Not today. Everything going towards Shaheen's way. They are certainly flying high. Genuine outside edge, almost catching guide, but way far away from the slip field. And beautifully bowled by Harsh Dubey. Lovely length, hint of turn. Into the gap for a boundary. Solidly played by Yasin. Nice high elbow for a single. Googly. And deep mid wicket fielder takes it. A tag team effort. The long on fielder takes it at last. Nihal Vadera. Pretty sure the umpires will consult the third umpire. That's been close to the boundary cushions. The batsman not willing to walk away. The umpires are going upstairs.
The third umpire is having his day cut off with a lot of work and having a lot of decisions referred to the TV umpire to make. one more in the process. Suyash once again creating that opportunity. Remember, off his bowling, he was dropped in the previous over. This time around, Maas Sadakat takes him on, hits it all the way down to the deep mid-wicket region. Does well, sends the ball out of his hand into the hand of the other fielder. Nihal Vadera does it in partnership with Namandeep.
I take above Nihal Vadera. That's a magnificent effort. Had the presence of mind to know exactly where the boundary rope was. Touch and go, touch and go. Want to get it absolutely correct. As we wait for the confirmation from Arshad Ali, I think the message to the umpires in the middle, Hemant Botejo and Mehmood Khan. We want to have another look. Is that what we are hearing? Certainly taking a lot of time. Important occasion in the game. They need a wicket. Courtesy Nihal Vadera, we think, has taken it cleanly. The umpires and the third umpire yet to confirm the decision for us.
They have been development, so let's look at how the new rules work, and we have some work for the TV umpire to do. We're waiting for decision, and it is not out because, as per the rule, I believe it is, the fielder had to be inside the field of play.
The batsman thought his out is almost off, and the next batsman at number 4 is ready to take his guard. It's all happening.
It does. You have to confirm whether it hit the bat or not. The pressure's been released.
Doesn't really matter whether it's a bat or not. 4 runs for Shaheens. That is what they need, because this is the stage where the India A started bowling like pins. They were 91 for 2 after 9.3 overs. Wrong. As if he's in that match zone. That's a 6. That's beautifully timed. Sadakat, he's been there for a long time. He knows exactly about the pace and the bounce in this surface.
For every player, there's a day when the noise becomes applause. Maas Sadakat is taking on India A in style.
It's a confident lad.
On the leg side, fine leg up inside the circle. It was boundary written all over it.
That delivery on the legs. Lovely use of the wrist. Sadakat moves to 71 of just 43 on this surface. Trying to bowl that slower delivery, slower yorker. Drifting down the leg. Right, 4 written all over it. That's what he got.
Down the ground, over the bowler's head. Maas Sadakat is dominating.
He's in a hurry now. He wants to finish it off. 14 more required of 46 deliveries. Sadakat picked up the slower one very quickly. Moved that leg stump, front foot outside the leg stump, that he had enough room to play that shot. Free his arms.
Slightly shorter. Again, fine leg inside the circle. But this time, the fielder will cut it off. But Maas Sadakat will get a couple.
Fit lad too. After being in the middle for 12 odd overs, running them those 2 runs brilliantly. And the first one hard. 14 dots, 15 singles. 5 twos, 7 boundaries and 4 sixes. This score of 77 for Sadakat.
Short ball again. As Sadakat reaches to 78. Shaheens need 11 more runs to win.
India need 5 or 6 wickets here. And they need them quickly to win this game from here.
But I'm sure this will hurt the Indian team. They will come back strongly. Whoa, 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 what a shot! That is a short arm jab.
Yeah, I was talking about Sadakat being in a hurry. I think Yash Thakur is in a hurry as well. Third boundary of the over.
Look at that shot. It was never that short to play. Quick hands. Outstanding batting. Authoritative. Players at the dugout enjoys every bit of it. Bouncer. Typical fast bowler's response to end the over.
His presence holds the key.
It was only a matter of time. It was only a matter of time. The Shaheens have been sensational tonight. And they've silenced everybody that thought that India A could come up trumps. What a victory for them.
Fantastic scenes inside. What a hit. What an announcement of a victory. Short in length and 5 but pulling one over the ropes. Thanking heavens, thanking the God. Pakistan A winning by 8 wickets. The Shaheens dominating this game. The bowlers laying the platform, getting India A all out on 136. Sadakat and company doing the rest. 79 to Sadakat, the 47 balls, 4 sixes, 7 fours, a commanding knock, striking at the rate of 168. And Faik coming in after Yasir fell, scoring 16 and taking Pakistan across the line. This last partnership of 43, and Pakistan finishing the job in 13.2 overs with almost 7 overs to spare.
They grabbed on to proceedings, dominated proceedings from over number 11 in that first innings and never looked back. Very impressive showing with bat as well. And now they're assured of a semi-final berth as well. The Shaheens are the first team to make it to the playoffs in the DP World Asia Cup Rising Stars 2025.
Wonderful scenes in the Pakistan dugout. All the players are hugging each other, congratulating everyone. The coach is happy and the sports staff are happy too, and the boys are staying calm. This is a good side. They haven't gone berserk after winning this game. They're all looking calm and moving on to the next one. It's good to enjoy a victory, but it's important to come out of it as soon as possible.
The verve and the vigor with which Sadakat has played cricket tonight needs to be celebrated. He was key with the ball. He was the one who pulled things back. Then with the bat, yes, he had his luck, but luck favors the brave, Salman.
Absolutely. He's been wonderful from ball 1 of this tournament. The other day scoring 96 not out and another not out in this. So he's doing what Sadiqullah Atal did for Afghanistan in the previous edition. 2 games, 250 plus scores, both in the winning causes, both not outs, and Faik but strong hit this to finish the job off. And look at Shahid Aziz, he's pumped up. The fast bowlers, not to forget, did a wonderful job for Pakistan, bowled with great pace and also good changes of pace. They picked up wickets and laid this platform for Pakistan batters to come in and do the job.
And the talent coming through from Pakistan seems to be very